Hi everybody, Tracy Hughescamp here for a new episode of Entertaining with OTR. And it is January up in Canada. We are covered in lots and lots of snow. So the episode that I'm doing today is Quiet Please, and it is called Northern Lights. I got the idea from a list that I think Fear You Can Hear, or the Nitrate Diva, or someone else, I'm sorry I forget your name, did a list called Winter Chills. Scary old-time radio shows that fit the theme of winter. And hence why I heard of this episode, Northern Lights by Quiet Please. I decided to do this out in the wintertime because, one, a lot of the year up in Canada we have snow. It's not like an igloo state like some people might hear, but for a good 5 months we have snow or winter temperatures, and a lot of people might say, hey, what are you doing outside in the freezing cold? But I actually love the cold. And long as you put vanity aside and dress warm, like really warm, you're fine. Like, you don't feel the chill, and it's nice to be out in the crisp air, and you can do a lot of activities such as snowshoeing, skiing, and also entertaining with old-time radio. So the setup I have here, and I'm going to show you in just a second, is I did a semicircle area. I put snow blocks. I made some snow blocks using just these plastic containers here. And then also I made ice lanterns, which you put water into a bucket and you set it outside and it freezes. I did big, huge ones with a garbage pail. But I kind of broke it, and it kind of broke, but that was okay actually, because it came out in really neat chunks and pieces, and then I just put candles in it. Now, the candles I'm using are the gel cans that you get for catering, and then also I have some 3-wick big glass candles I set in, or battery tea lights. And I had these outdoor candles, they're huge, from IKEA, and I put some in as well. I used a variety of different candles to put into the ice lanterns. And then also I did another semicircle just across from the semicircle where I put seats and fur blankets. And in that area is a fire pit. We have like a couple of steel rings that came with the house, and we use that for an outdoor fire pit. So we just moved it over. My poor husband, he said it weighed like 300 pounds, and he dragged it all the way over here and put wood in it. So we're going to start a fire, and that'll keep us nice and warm, along with some Baileys in coffee or other alcoholic beverage you may prefer in the wintertime. That keeps you nice and warm, and it keeps you happy as well. So Northern Lights by Quiet Please. It is scary. That's the first time I heard it. I hadn't heard it before, and it's about a phenomenon known in Arctic countries called Northern Lights. And it's a really cool, I'm sure lots of you have seen pictures and videos. There's like green lights and blue lights and different lights, and they light up the sky at nighttime. It's just gorgeous. So if anyone hasn't seen it, I highly recommend looking it up. And then something freaky happens, of course, like it always does in these horror old-time radio shows, when the Northern Lights come out, to these two guys that are working in a lab up north, and they're fooling around with stuff that it probably shouldn't be fooling around with, namely time travel and some very weird caterpillar-y type creatures come to life, and the results aren't good. So that's the general gist of the story. It took place, the original air date was January 1949. And that was on a Sunday, believe it or not. I don't know why I looked that up. So I'm going to get started. My husband's going to light the fire, and I'll show you everything in more detail, like the snow blocks and the ice lanterns, and a couple of special effects that I came up with. And afterwards, I had a great idea for afterwards. What you do is kind of like after après-ski. You can go inside, you can have a fondue pot going, and you can play music like from 1949 or put on other shows that aired in 1949. So you can listen to, maybe not other scary, but like music programs and news clips, that type of thing, while everyone's having fondue and nice alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverages. So I'm just going to pause the video. My husband's going to come, light the fire, and I'm going to turn on the special effects that I've done for this episode. So stay still, and I will be back in a couple minutes. The fire hasn't started yet, but I'm just going to go through and show you the snow blocks that I made with those plastic containers. There they are. All I did was pack it tight with snow, spray a little water on top, and left it to chill for about 45 minutes, and then they came out nice and easy. Here is a broken part of that plastic garbage pan I was talking about, and then a gel candle's in there. Oh, the bowls. What I did was I filled up a balloon, one of those huge large balloons, with water and left it outside, and it froze. And then when I peeled the balloon off, the bottom part didn't freeze. And now I don't know if that normally happens or not, but it left me with these really nice looking bowls. There, if you could see them. And again, another gel candle. Here's another bowl. There's part of the garbage pail thing that broke, but it turned out looking nice anyway. More bowls, more blocks. There's the campfire all ready to go. And then right here, oh, there's our thermos with Bailey's just waiting, coffee and Bailey's mixed together, just waiting to be poured. And also you could roast marshmallows as well. And here is just one little decoration that I did. I got an old lantern, and I have this pole. It's like usually you hang plants from it in the summertime. And I glued these caterpillar-y things on each glass pane and just hung it up and stuck a upright flashlight in there to light it up. There you go. And then over here, sorry, back to the pole thing. Here's the lantern I was talking about, that I put the caterpillars, glued them on the glass pane with a hot glue gun on the plant stand. And then this white thing over here is a speaker. It's a waterproof speaker, and I just hung it up here and through my phone all online. Of course, you know, they have all the radio shows, and of course they have Quiet Please Northern Lights. So I hook it, it's a Bluetooth speaker, so I'll just play it on my phone and the sound will come out through this really cool waterproof speaker. And I just hung it with some string onto the pole as well. And there's these lanterns look really awesome. And again, I messed up and they broke, but it turned out really nice. I'm gonna get a nice furry blanket. Okay, folks, so Mark is just starting the fire. There he is. And there's huge coffee and the huge... Okay, everyone, I just want to show you another little special effect I did. I added these crystals, and you can get them at the hardware store or other novelty type stores, and you add them to the fire, and then the flames turn bluish, greenish color. At the end of the video, I'll show you as well the spotlight information, the package, so you can see exactly what the product looks like.
Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. Leave it alone.
Okay.
You about ready now? Funny about your
So here's Mark and I, obviously snuggled up by the fire. Say hi, Mark.
Hi.
And remember how I mentioned the fondue thing, but what a great idea it would be to have fondue after this? Apparently my husband's the only one in the whole entire world that does not like fondue. What are your thoughts on fondue, Mark?
I'm not talking.
I don't know. You probably can't see his reaction, but trust me, I just got the stink eye. So we're going to finish up this, listening to this show, enjoying the fire and the fur blanket and Bailey's and coffee. And I hope that you find this idea useful and you have a good time if you decide to do this. Have a good night.